Yes, yes, y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all.
He don't take. See, he don't take when we dey plan the game.
Okay.
He don't take when we rockin' the day.
Yes.
Dope seats day, we know they play.
Okay.
I can see you.
Okay.
I took you away so I could see the full screen of the board.
Okay, cool. Can you still see the board, Sha?
No, I can't see a portion of the board because I have you covered on the...
Okay, I tell you what, don't worry about it. We'll just start from the beginning. Anyhow you want to do it, we can do it. But I'm recording my screen, so I want you to show, you get. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So, welcome back. This is Kormega Chess. I am here today with my friend Dejavu, or sometimes known as Fuego Dejavu. What's up, Deji? Kilon Shele.
I'm alright, man.
Nice one. Nice one. I want to go over that game that you sent me. I thought the game was amazing, but I thought I wouldn't be able to do it justice. So I wanted you to sort of talk us through your moves, you know, why you played the moves, what you were thinking, and so on and so forth. And this is a really impressive win because the guy he's a Filipino player and his rating is 2421. I mean, you are very close too. You're almost 2,400, you know, but still, it's a higher rated opponent, and the Philippines produce some really great players. I just have to say, every time I come across Filipino players on chess.com or League Chess or whatever platform I'm playing on, these guys are solid. You know, I mean, they're not way up there with the, you know, with the Russians and the Indians yet, but I feel like these guys, they bring it every time. So, how do we do this? I'd like to talk through every move. So it was he started with c4.
Yes, he started with c4.
Yeah.
Then I tried to control the center, went for e5.
e5.
The good old days when I used to study chess, I know they call this the King's English. But I'm not fully conversant with the sequence of the line, but at least I had an idea. Just playing raw chess. What I had on board, you know, following my instinct. When there's need to make a particular move, control squares, you know, exploit weaknesses. Like I said, I played raw chess. I'm not a chess scholar.
You know, you were saying earlier that, you know, you're a bit rusty now, that you're not really too much into theory, but you're just playing raw chess, natural chess, what I like to call natural chess. You know, as the spirit leads is another phrase I like to use, as the spirit leads. You know, when you have the instinct, you know, it's something that you've trained for many years. I remember our days back in University of Ibadan, by the way, and you know, these guys, these were the deadliest, these were the vampires. You know, if you played with them, they would suck your blood. They would suck your blood. You know, but those days we had time to study theory, we had time to buy books, we had time to, you know, skip classes and play chess. But these days, you know, we have families, we have responsibilities, so it's all the hard work that we've built up in those years that we are sort of taking advantage of now. You know, and that shows in this game. So your opponent continued with knight c3.
Okay. Knight c3, and then I continue also with knight c6.
Knight c6.
So been fortifying the pawn on e5. Right.
Okay, then he continued with g3.
And then discouraging is d4 immediately.
Yes. Right. So you're taking a stake in the center as well. I'm gonna be sort of highlighting these things. So just talk me through the reason for each of the moves that you played. So he plays g3, and then you respond with knight f6. Now I like this move a lot. I like this move a lot because it obeys the principles of the opening. You know, you're developing your knights first. You're taking a stake in the center. Yeah, am I correct in?
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah. So we can.
It went for bishop to g2, right?
Yeah, if he unkettled his bishop g2.
Logical move.
One thing I want to say at this point is that I hate playing against setups like this, what they call hypermodern systems,
Is it against black or
against white?
Side or white side?
I hate playing against white here because white is, they like to fianchetto the bishops. It's very tricky, very sneaky. I like playing like black, actually, what you're doing here, which is classical chess, develop knights first, control the center, protect your king, and then, proceed from there.
Anytime we do, everything just depends on the position and how you work out your...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so you continued with a6. Now, that's an interesting move. Why did you play a6?
Right. The point of a6 was that I had the idea of placing my bishop on c5.
Okay.
And then with the bishop on c5, the bishop could be 8 with the move like knight going to a4.
Understood.
So with knight going to a4, I have no place to go to. If I go to b3, the knight will trade itself with the bishop.
Yeah, and you wanted that bishop on that diagonal.
I want that bishop on that diagonal.
Understood.
Which is very, very important. You will see what the bishop did.
Okay.
The bishop played very...
I see. So he continued.
Very important move later in the game.
I see. He played e3.
Of the bishop to flee.
He played e3 though after that.
Yes, I don't really like the e3 move, but immediately he played e3. I started having the idea of placing the bishop on the d3 square. on the d3. Oh, you said d3? Do you mean d6? Yeah, d3 square. I already started eyeing the d3 square.
At this point.
At this point.
Wow.
How can I do it? I already started eyeing the e3 square.
That's crazy.
Just giving me Yeah, the idea behind e3 is to continue later with d4. Definitely.
Okay.
But if it delays, I'll seize the opportunity to just, seize control of that particular d3 square.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? With any piece, be it the bishop, be it the knight.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Understood.
It didn't happen anyway. Just like the bishop I said, that played a very important role.
Gotcha.
On that dark square diagonal.
Okay. So.
You get what I mean?
Completely. Then you continued. You continued with your plan. You played bishop c5.
Yeah, the bishop developed to c5 square.
Yeah. And then he played the second knight to e2.
The second knight to e2. Right. Yeah. Again, as the idea of occupying the d3 square was still
in your mind.
In my I was saying to myself, if you delay d4, I'm going to occupy that d3 square. Trust me.
It's tricky though.
Unfortunately, it's not telepathic.
You mean fortunately for you? Fortunately for you. So you play.
They did not play
d4.
D4.
Which is thematic with what he's playing. It should be d4 at some point.
Yeah, it should be d4. D4 should come early.
Yeah.
Picking the bishop. Because he prepared for it. He's already prepared for
it. Yeah, he's over prepared for it even.
I prepared for d4 as well, so I could flee. That was the point of a6.
Okay. You now played d6.
I now play d6, trying to develop my light square bishop.
Okay. He castles. 0-0.
Right.
Then you play bishop f5.
Bishop F5.
The plan continues. I see you eyeing that d3 square there.
Yeah.
But still, does he play d4? No, he plays a3.
No, but he still delayed it.
Wow.
He played a3,
delaying d4.
So immediately I didn't castle, I just went for the d3 square. Thank you, my brother.
And the computer gives that an exclamation mark. That means it's a great move. Bishop d3 at this point, this early in the game. So, tell me, what are the immediate threats that come to your mind?
Now the point of, I can't really say threats. It's just to affect his development.
Okay.
One, to affect the development of his dark square bishop. Two, and then an attack on the c4 square. Yeah, it can be defended.
Defended.
It can be defended. Yeah, it can be easily defended. But I just
But it comes at a cost of a little compromise in the integrity of his position. Yeah.
Yeah. So the implication of getting rid of that pin is to move his rook to e1 square. Right?
I see.
Attacking my bishop with his knight with the maneuver e2 c1.
Okay.
Right.
But still a long way away.
Right. So I felt I must confess I didn't play very well in the game because I made some moves that they were not really necessary. But well, let's just
no worries. Let's go on. So you play bishop d3. He plays b3, defending that c4 pawn.
Defending the
c4 pawn.
C4 pawn.
Yeah.
Now the bishop on d3 is still hindering the bishop development of that square bishop. It could go bishop b2, but the bishop is not doing so well
on b2.
On b2 square.
Yeah.
It's not so well. So like I think the move he made was still the best move.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you castled 0-0.
Then I castled.
At this point, the engine says, it's an equal position.
Yeah.
So you castle. He plays bishop b2, continuing his development. He has effectively fianchettoed both bishops now, but he's still a bit cramped. That one bishop is just sort of in his face. It's like
it is.
I don't know if you follow MMA. Do you follow MMA? The fighting sport. Well, in MMA, when fighters when they're in close quarters and they're holding each other, and they're holding each other to prevent each other from striking. They don't want to strike. Sometimes you'll see one guy he'll put his head in the chest of his opponent and push against, just to make him uncomfortable. It doesn't hit him, doesn't headbutt, but just makes him very uncomfortable. That's how this bishop on d3 feels like to me. If I was white, I would hate it. I would just be thinking, how can I get rid of this bishop?
That's the point. I know it's a bit psychological as well.
Exactly.
It's a bit psychological as well.
I want to see what you play rook e3, rook e8 at this point.
Yep.
Rook e8 looks lovely.
E8, centralizing my rook, trying to fortify the bishop with e4.
With e4, I can see that coming. Yeah.
But it turns out that it's actually not the best move.
Oh, I see. Let's see how it plays out. So it continues with rook e1.
It plays his rook to the e1
square,
which makes a lot of sense because he's trying to move the rook away from the pin.
From the pin, yes, that makes sense.
He's trying to maneuver his knight to the c1 square to hit the bishop on d3 square.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously making him uncomfortable.
It's already being effective. You play h5, which is now, explain.
H5 came at some point, but let's not let the cat out of the bag.
No. Actually, it's your next move. After his rook e1, you played h5.
Right.
You played h5.
Yes.
The engine says it's a dubious move.
It is. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it.
Okay. But what was the?
I'm just trying to loosen the king's side. His king's side.
I see. Just peppering him. Just peppering him a bit.
The style I play is just attack all the way. And losing everything. Give out pawns. Give out anything. Just attack.
Attack. Okay.
Attack.
So after h5, he plays his knight c1 that he's been intending to do. Yeah, knight c1. Attacking your bishop.
Yeah, attacking the bishop. So again, I decided that I played rook to e1. I have bishop on d3. I don't want to put that bishop because it's making him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Even though if I anchor that bishop with a pawn, I might lose the pawn on d3.
Eventually, yeah.
But believing that losing the pawn, I still gain time. Okay. Having the queen or whatever piece that captures on that d3 square, it's like losing time without the pawn on d2, without the pawn on d2 being moved. So
it's like an exchange. You give up material, but you buy time. Okay. Excellent. So at this point, you play e4.
I played e4.
The evaluation bar has gone up significantly now for white.
White. It will because the move is very dubious.
Okay. Let's see what he plays next. He plays knight times d3. Computer loves this move. Computer loves the move.
Obviously, I capture back.
You took back. Queen b1, immediately attacking that pawn.
Queen b1, immediately attacking it.
Right. It looks like the speed is picking up now. Looks like the speed of the game is picking up now.
Right.
And he has used more time than you have. At this point, his clock is down to 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Yours is 2 minutes and 38 seconds. You play knight e5. You say, no, I'm not giving you that pawn easily.
No. He can have it. He will definitely have the pawn because all he had to do was just to kick the knight.
And kicking the knight, I love this. In the process of kicking the knight, he loosens...
He loses his...
the security around his king. Amazing, amazing work. So it's a trade-off. And you respond by going knight e to g4. You're coming in slowly. Coming in very slowly. And there are sacks about in the... I don't know, my tactical senses are tingling. I can just smell the sack. And knowing you, who you are. Deja vu. So what does he play at this point? He plays queen times d3. He takes...
He captured the pawn.
He captured the pawn. And you continue.
I've had enough of rough games, so I decided to control the... to secure the c6 square.
You did that, c6, yeah. And he decides it's time to chase your knight. He doesn't like that knight encroaching on his territory. He plays h3. Yeah.
So the only square I have at this point was to retrieve.
Knight h6.
Knight h6. At this point, it's wrong to capture anything.
Okay.
It's just not to retrieve.
Okay. Then he plays queen c2. I don't really like that move. I think what he wants to do is make room for his pawn.
It makes sense. Yeah, he's still trying to push the d4 pawn. So it makes a lot of sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense, but it's slow, in my opinion.
At the same time, he will be eyeing my king's side with his queen on the c2 square.
I see that. You played queen d7.
I played queen d7.
Yes.
Right. The point of queen d7 is to have more control of the c8, h3 diagonal.
Okay.
You know, it's only the knight on h6 that has control over the f5 square.
Yes. Yes.
So at that point, before that point, the knight couldn't just leap on the square.
I see.
So
I see.
It has the support of the queen now.
Okay. So this is almost like a preparation move.
Yes. So with the queen there now, the knight could jump on the f5 square, you know, like a bit like pumping the pawn on the g3 square.
Okay. Now he plays king h2.
Now he plays king h2. Right. It's like it's walking into what I planned. I further played h4 now, I think, to loosen the king side the more.
Ooh, I like that move. I like h4. That's a pawn sack. That's a legit pawn sack, and the computer likes it. Gives says this is an excellent move.
Right.
So at this point,
attacking traitor.
He plays g4.
He plays g4.
Computer says this is a blunder or a mistake rather. Computer says this is a mistake. Now I think his intention is to push g5 eventually, forking the.
It's just trying to secure his pawn structure.
I see.
Obviously, it's trying to secure his pawn structure. That's the point.
Okay.
If it captures his pawn, the pawn structure and the king's side is just ruined.
It's ruined, yeah. So at this point, what are you thinking in your mind?
Already, I'm considering a sacrifice.
A sacrifice. Fuego.
A sacrifice of G5.
Knight h times g4. Trademark.
Following up with a continuation on e3 again.
Wow. This is crazy. So he takes it. You know what? I have to give this guy kudos. He took back with his pawn. He said, "Okay, you want a sack? I'm here for you." So he takes back with h times g4.
I sacrificed with the pawn on the h square. He took back. I captured again
with your knight and a check this time.
A check. this time now.
Where does he go? He goes king g1. Okay.
He goes king one. Well, very good. That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad move. Yeah.
If you had gone king to h1, right?
Then the knight could come.
No. I would have pushed my pawn to h3.
Whew, okay, I see.
Right. Follow up with knight check on f2.
Yes.
That would be really uncomfortable, honestly.
That would have been immediately catastrophic. Not that this is, good either, but let's see how it unfolds. So rook to e7. You're very patient here. You want to double up on that file. Is that what you're looking to do?
So he played his king to h to g to g
to g1, and you played rook e7. You did a lift rook, rook lift rather.
At this point again, I'm eyeing
e3.
A future
sacrifice on e3.
So I started building up.
So he did something here that the computer frowns upon. He played bishop h3, and the eval bar goes straight down.
At this point, h4 would have been okay as well. At this point, right?
So here, you play a brilliant move. Knight times e3. Knight times e3. This is beautiful because you're attacking his queen. You're attacking his bishop, even though your queen is exposed. You're also attacking his queen, so he has to respond. And this is just crazy. If he takes the knight, you take his bishop. The problem with ignoring the knight is that there's a discovered check if that knight should leave that square. And that's all I see is chaos.
That's
chaos.
The point. So obviously bishop to h3 is a blunder.
Obviously now it's obvious to me.
It's a blunder.
It's a blunder.
It looks simple, but it's actually a deep calculation. Yeah, even though I was under a pin.
Yeah.
Even though I was under a pin, if I just capture, capturing that, if it captures my queen back, I take his queen.
His queen, forking the rooks.
With a discover attack.
Yeah.
And then capturing one of his rooks. I'll go for the one on the A.
Gotcha.
Right. So if he captures my knight back, I have time to capture his own
pick. Yeah. But this is crazy. I want to see how this plays out. So after knight times,
at that point, we will restore material.
The material balance. Yeah. He plays rook times e3. I don't know.
Right.
This is a blunder, according to the engine. This is a blunder. So you go ahead and play queen times h3. The beauty of this move is that the rook can't go anywhere. The rook is pinned, and it's under attack by 3 pieces: the queen, the rook, and the bishop. This is amazing. So what does he do here? He plays knight e4. Knight e4 is a good move. It's actually a good move, but the eval bar is almost completely, all black now. This is crazy.
Because at this point, I have rook times e4 again.
There's rook. I didn't even see that. There's rook times. Oh my god! But you play bishop times e3. You play.
Because he has his queen holding this e4 square.
Yeah. So you played bishop times e3 check.
Yeah.
He takes back with pawn.
Takes back with pawn.
Queen times e3 check. I think you're ahead materially now. He plays knight f2. Okay, no. He plays knight f2, and then you play queen times f4. It's not bad. You're ahead in position and I'd say in material because of the pawn deficit that white has right now.
Yeah, the king, and then trust me, no one will be comfortable playing white.
In this position, look at the naked. That's a naked king. That's what we call a naked king. There's nothing at all around the king to protect him.
So at this point, he still has some funny.
He's trying.
Yeah. Like maneuvering his queen to c3.
Queen c3, threatening mates. Yeah. This is a hail. This is a Hail Mary. This is what we call a Hail Mary. So you play rook e5.
That's right. He did that, like I said. So I moved my rook to the e5 square.
Yeah.
Trying to stop the checkmate.
Stop the checkmate. He comes and he moves his rook over to defend the knight on f2.
Yeah.
And then you play rook g5, check. This guy's
So, but the check does two things. One, it still controls the g7 square.
Absolutely.
And
So there's no more mate.
yeah, no more mate, and then threatening to invade the g3 square.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
For the tempo, can I help you with that? For the tempo,
It's
for the
okay.
tempo on the queen.
On the queen. So king moves to h1, avoiding the check.
King moves to h1.
Yeah.
Then the rook goes to g3 square.
Rook g3. Oh my God, this is.
At this point, I'm thinking, oh, how can the other rook come into play?
That's what I'll be thinking too. I need more backup. He plays queen d4, and the engine doesn't like this move at all.
Right, and that's the end. That's the end. The
Queen
game is
queen
just-
f3 check.
Queen f3 check, and that's it.
King h2, and then queen g2 checkmate. This is beautiful. This was just amazing. It was amazing.
At this point, I'm already ahead
Yes.
with it. Anything he plays now, I'll just introduce my rook into the game.
Yeah. I love how the game was initially sort of tilting. Yeah.
If how we can get for any defense
Yes.
at this point.
Mm.
I'm trying to see the defense now after rook g3.
There's no after rook g3.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out the defense for him.
Let me see. Let's analyze that. Let's put the analysis on.
Maybe rook times, maybe queen times rook.
Let me see. Yeah, I think that was what the engine recommended, was queen times rook. But that's that you're conceding defeat already with that move. That's like okay, kill me already type of move. But this was an amazing game. What I like about this game is initially white was ahead materially, but black was giving up material to gain initiative and opportunity for an attack. And when the opportunity came, my goodness, you seized it with both hands. This was an amazing game, DG. I think we're going to be, because of your style of play, we're going to have to review a whole lot more of your games on this channel. I really enjoyed this. But thank you so much for joining us today, Deji. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you come back soon. Viewers, thank you so much. If you enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, and if you have any games that you want us to analyze, please send them in. I'm happy to go over them, and let's just have fun and play good chess.